Hey, Jeff Heidi, Daily Success Strategies. Thanks for being with me today. What I want to talk about today is how you become the person that you want to be. How do you become that person, and how do you declare it to the world and just make it a reality? So I just finished recording another podcast for the Jeff and Heidi Show, and I really want you to go listen to it on December 8th when it goes live, because it's an incredible podcast. It's with Chrissa and Vicky Tolidou, and better known online and wherever you find them as the world's favorite sisters. So there's a few things. They're just inspirational, and they're the type of people that you get off with them and you feel better about yourself. You feel excited about your goals, and you feel like you can just go conquer the world. They were younger, grew up in Greece, and they went through a situation where they had a house fire, no insurance, anything. They lost everything. And they moved to Germany. That's when their entrepreneurial spirits kind of kicked in, and they started building an amazing network of people and doing amazing things. And they've grown into this company. They do video work for their high-end clients are like Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins, and those sort of people. And I asked them, I said, how do you go from losing everything in a fire to even thinking you can do something like you're doing now? And Vicky said, she said, one of the things we did is we looked at the resources we had, the skill sets we had, and we went and maximized what we could do. And then when I asked that question, Chrissy said, anything's possible when you believe. And she told me a story that I really love. She says, we wanted to declare ourselves as the world's favorite sisters. We wanted to be known as that. We wanted to declare who we were and what we did. And she used the example of, you've got a table. So those of you that are watching this on video rather than podcasts, I am using my hands to explain it, but you've got this table, world's favorite sisters. Well, it's not very stable. You can say it all you want, but it's not very stable. When you start declaring it and you can bring that about, and you do great work, and you get known by that, and you can get a leg under that table, it starts to give some stability, but one leg isn't going to hold the table up. When someone else starts to work with you and you can declare that, and they start knowing you by that same thing, it's another leg. Once you get 4 legs under that table, you're established. It reminded me of the story I've talked about before of Jeff going on jeffheggie.com, and you can become the person you desire, is I think what I called the article. But I wrote an article about Ben Hardy's book, Personality Isn't Permanent. And he talked about Jeff going in there, and Jeff wanted to become a writer. And you often hear people talk about fake it till you make it. Well, no, he said he wanted to believe it until he achieved it. And he started identifying himself as a writer until he became a multi-book author. And he's a very good writer now. But this is what they did. And they created this persona of the world's favorite sisters. And as they started doing excellent work, they became well known. And as that grew, their reputation grew. And of course, it had to be backed up by great work, because when people talk, they'll talk about your great work. If you do crappy work, they're going to talk about your crappy work. So you've got to back that up. But what is it, or who is it that you want to become? Who do you want to be? And who do you need to start identifying as and believing it until you can achieve it? And like Chrissy said, anything is possible when you believe. So myself, as a business coach, as a mindset expert, that's my tabletop. When I started getting clients and they could start building those legs under the table, that gives me the solid foundation of my abilities to be a business coach and a mindset expert. So who is it that you want to be? What's that tabletop for you? And what do you need to do to start building that foundation to hold that up? And another thing, they had so many great quotes too. She says, as we're working with our clients, we want them to know that life is right now. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the future. Life is right now. Let's maximize it and do the things that we need to do. So again, December 8th, the Jeff and Heidi Show. Don't miss that one. It's a great interview. I want you to make sure to listen to it and find out more about them. They're awesome people. But thank you for being with me. If this is something you enjoyed, please share it with somebody. I'd appreciate that. And visit me at jeffheidi.com and mindset.jeffheidi.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow.